Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about a beautiful eyeshadow palette and I'm so proud of myself. This is my very first eyeshadow palette purchase for the year, and as we're in March and I'm so happy that I did not purchase any palette. Well, I did purchase eyeshadows, and I think just from one brand, the Cleona Cosmetics. They were doing like a sale and I bought those. They haven't even reached me yet. I don't know, they haven't even shipped yet. So yeah, but the palette wise, this is my very first palette purchase for the year, and I'm so happy that I just did not buy every single palette that was hyped up. And yeah, let's talk about this. These came very early this year, I think, just like in the probably like the first week of January, and they did like a monochromatic palette, four or five palettes. They had like a brown, purple. Purple was, I don't know. I already have a purple palette from Menagerie, and then I also have a purple toned palette from Power, Colored Raine and Power together. So I was not leaning very much towards the purple palette, but the berries looked so yummy. It's like sensational, so sexy. This is just like Valentine's Day in a palette. You know, no matter which direction you turn, you're just going to come up with like a very romantic Valentine's Day look. The only thing that's missing here is like an inner corner highlight, or like a highlight shade, brow bone highlight shade, which as you can see, I have like a, do you see how it's glowing? It's like glowing. So that shade is actually a highlighter from RACHH Love's PIXI collab, and this is that shade. Doesn't even look that glowing, right? On the skin, on dark skin, it just pops, and the consistency is like skin like. It's so beautiful. Look at that. Look how that, when it touches my skin, look how beautiful, like glowy it becomes. So that is the inner corner highlight that I have on. I wish they had a color like this in the berry palette, but they don't. So yeah, let's just get into it. I think this retails for $13, $14. That is a little bit expensive, isn't it? For a Juvia's Place palette, that is like, usually they have like a 9-pan palette, and then they also have like a 12-pan or something like that. This is like a mini, like the shadows are not mini size. They are full size, obviously, but the number of pans is fewer. So, and it was like $14. I was like, isn't that a little bit expensive? But still, the beautiful color story and everything. So yeah, let's just get swatching. It has like the list of ingredients at the back. It says that it has like eyeshadows 2, 3, 4, and 6. So I'm assuming 2, 3, 4, and 6. So these are like eyeshadows, and 1 and 5 must be pressed pigments. That's what it says at the back. Usually they don't have like the list of ingredients at the back. It just comes in the box. This time I'm happy it comes in the actual product itself, which is very helpful. So 1 and 2 are in pressed pigments, and 2, 3, and 4 are just like eyeshadows, and they do have like their list of ingredients here. And it says 1 and 5, which is the pigment, is not intended for use around the immediate eye area, and then the product is cruelty free, and it's designed and formulated in USA, manufactured in People's Republic of China. And yeah, and I got mine on Ulta's website. So yes, let's just get into swatches. I've been saying this for the longest time. I haven't done it yet. So the first one, which is a pigment, is a reddish. This whole, I mean, I think the eyeshadow is called the berries, just the berries. And so they're all like berry tones. Yeah, beautiful, like a berry red, like a raspberry red, very pretty. And then we have like a straight up pink shade, very beautiful, rich in colors, guys. Straight up matte. This is the shade I have on as like a transition. Do you see that like light pink right there? That is the shade. This is the one. Oh wait, that is a straight up matte. And then we have like a beautiful pink it's not exactly a duochrome. On the eyes, I don't even see that much of a duochrome. I think the swatches, you see the duochrome a little bit. But on the eyes, it just looks like a straight up pink color. It's very pretty. This is the shade I have on in the inner 1/3 of my lids, and then the outer 1/3 you see a red shade, right? So the inner half, not 1/3, inner half is this shade. Very, very pretty. I so love that both the metallics look so similar in the pan, but they are so very, very different. And this, which I mean, this is like a straight up pink, and this is a straight up red. Look at that. They're so different. They're so different. They can get like a pink and like a berry. Oh, I think I see it is kind of a duochrome, right? Like a orangey, like a rose coppery shade to like a straight up pink shade. Yeah, I see that. Hang on, I've never used this shadow all over the eyelids. That's why I'm like, this is this is news to me. I'm like, wait, I didn't know that there's a duochrome in this palette. Hang on, it just looks like a duochrome because I've used this eyeshadow only on like in 1/2 of the eyelid so far. Yeah, it looks like it's a duochrome. And that is, both shadows are metallic, and today usually I put on some kind of sticky, obviously like eyeshadow primer and then sticky base so that the eyeshadow stick really well. But today I didn't put any kind of sticky eyeshadow. Hang on, did I say eyeshadow primer twice? What I meant to say is I usually put on eyeshadow primer, and then on top of that I use glitter glue or something that's really sticky and thin. But today, no glitter glue, anything like the NYX glitter glue, just eyeshadow primer. And I went no finger. I did not even use any finger to apply the the metallic eyeshadows on the eyelids. And this is just brush application. Look at how pigmented and foiled that looks. Yeah, very, very, very beautiful. Very foiled. And then this is a very bright, look at that. Very bright fuchsia, like a shocking pink, but a little bit of fuchsia together too. Very pretty. Oh my gosh, I really should have used this all over the lids. This is like this is news to me. I didn't know that there's a duochrome in the palette. And then the darkest shade. This is the shade I have on in the lower lash line and also in the outer V a little bit. I know it's a little bit. Oh wait, I did not tell you guys that I intended to compare this Berries palette with a Power palette from Colored Raine, because I should have said that in the beginning. I'm sorry. Because if you take a look at the middle row, hang on, let me hold it the right side. Don't want to blind you guys. If you take a look at the middle row and the bottom row, it looks very similar to this, right? A little bit, not so much, but a little bit, right? So I just wanted to give you guys like a comparison swatches. That's it. So before we do comparisons, quick review on the performance and everything. Like I said, the metallic eyeshadows are fantastic. You don't need any sticky base, any extra work or anything. You don't have to use your fingers. They work beautifully with my eyeshadow brushes. They are just so good, and they are so different that even next to each other they are so contrasting. There's like a contrast. Look at that. It's very, very pretty. And yes, this is a duochrome. This is news to me, and one is not. This is just like straight up red. And then the matte eyeshadows, this is actually, hang on, this hot pink that I said has a little bit of glitters in it. So, but it doesn't really, maybe you could just use it on your eyelid and you may see glitters, because in the swatches I do see glitters. Here, do you see anything? A little bit, yeah, not so much, right? Okay, so the mattes, they all perform really well. They blend beautifully. I mean, it's not like it didn't perform like a Viseart eyeshadow, like blend as you apply it. You know, I had to do a little bit of blending, just perfect the edges. Do you see the edges here? If it looks straight, you see this extra eyeshadow just coming out. I had to like blend it a little bit, but they blend really well and they perform really well, and I love the color story. You're probably going to be able to do a red look and a pink look out of it. That's pretty much all you're going to get from this palette. Unlike the Power palette, which has berry, reddish berry, pinkish berry, purple, so they have like that. Easily you can do at least 3 color stories, or even you can mix and match like reds and pink, purples and reds, pinks and reds. You know, you can do like a combo with the Power palette from Colored Raine. Unlike the berries, which is just like, you know, to be fair, the Colored Raine eyeshadows have 9 eyeshadows and this has only 6. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, so all in all, it's an A+ palette. The eyeshadows perform really well. So if you like the color story, pick it up. No problems at all. I don't see any issues with it. So the Colored Raine is obviously this. Let's compare this. Hang on. Next this is from Colored Raine. This is like a base, like a pinky base with a purple shift. We do not have a color like this at all. This is what I was trying to say in the beginning of the video. We need to have this a color like this for the inner corner highlight that I have on. Oh, ignore this black spot. It's just like I had an accident when cooking, and that's what happened when a hot oil just splashes on your face. You get really shocked, and then everything calmed down, and then it left like a little mark. So yeah. And then what else? There's the metallics. I don't think there's any dupe. Look at metallics. It's like a pale warm pink. Metallics don't have any dupe at all. There are no dupes. And then there's dark purple shade, and then there is this pink, straight up pink here. And then what else? And then there's like a purple shade. So I don't think obviously there are no dupes at all. So these are the metallics in the Power palette. There are no dupes. So let's just look at the mattes. Definitely there's this, and this, and this. I think the mattes are very close. There are definitely dupes. Snitch. This is called Snitch, which is, I think this, well, not exact dupes, because this is more pink and this is more slightly red and this is more berry. If you look at it, you see how it's like more berry. This is more red and this is more pink. And then we have Deception, which is like a mauve shade, more like that's more mauve, and this light pink. This is the pink I was talking about here. This light pink is more of a straight up pink, and this is mauve, as you can see. See that? Mauve and pink. And then we have Betrayal from the palette, this and this. Betrayal is definitely a little bit berry, if you ask me. Betrayal is very similar to this shade, this top shade here. So there is one similarity, I would say. And then last shade is Testify. Testify looks the dark purple is very similar to the dark purple here, if you see. So I feel there are 2 dupes in mattes alone, but just with 2 dupes with mattes alone, I don't think you'd be able to create like a similar look, because there is like the rest is like so different. And look at the variety. There's so much variety here. So I don't think you'd be able to create similar looks at all when you have these 2. There's like so many different colors, metallics and everything. So yeah, you're going to get a variety of different looks. So yes, that is the end. That's all I wanted to say. I wanted to come here and compare and show you guys what we have here. This is all the Power palette and this is all the Berries palette. And I love both palettes and I definitely use both of them. And yeah, I like both. Both of them I would definitely give it like an A. And that is it, you guys. We've come to the end of this video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked watching it, and show YouTube that you like my content, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye bye.